Coach Green, basketball season quickly approaching. You opened the exhibition season October 26th at BYU. Just tell me a little bit about how things have gone in preparation for the season.
Well, we've got a lot of new guys, Matt, and anytime you have new people and a coach who's been here for 1 year, things are going to sometimes start a little bit slow. But we are further along this year, I would say, than we were last year at this time. Because we do have 6 guys returning from last year's team, so they know a little bit more what we expect as a coaching staff, and we know a little bit more about them as players and what we can expect from them.
Will you talk a little bit about your makeup, who's returning and who's new? You've got a good core coming back of solid players that played for you last year, and you've brought in some new guys. Talk a little bit about how you address the returners and their contributions, and talk a little bit about the new guys joining the team.
Okay. Well, first of all, we've got Ural Keene returning. And 2 years ago, Ural was an all Lone Star Conference player and had a good year for us last year. I think he's returning 11 points and 7 rebounds a game. Had a good year for us last year. We're expecting good things from him. We're a little apprehensive about him in some ways because he got hurt over the summer, and he's currently playing with a broken hand. Now, hopefully he's going to be able to play with that, but he's still a little bit day by day on it. We have Chris Russell, who started about half the year for us. Towards the second half of the season, he was our leading scorer. I want to say he was averaging about 14 points in probably the last 8 or 10 games. Also, we have Steve Coley, who battled some injuries early, but really came on and was a force for us late in the season. Could step out and shoot the perimeter shot. James Harris is our 4th senior that we have returning. James is plays 5 foot nothing but can really shoot. Gets his shot off very quickly. And we have Antonio Worthy. Antonio had a great freshman year, ended up being freshman of the year in the conference. Just got better and better, and he's gotten stronger over the off season. Put on some muscle, and we're expecting good things from Antonio. And then our 6th guy returning is Velo. Well, we have to say Velo because I can't really pronounce his first name. Like Velko Lukic. And he gives us another perimeter player that can shoot the ball with good size.
Coach, talk a little bit about the newcomers you've got coming into the program this year.
Okay, well, we'll go back to the beginning because last November the first guy that we signed was Quentin Threadgill out of Hayworth, Oklahoma, and played at Hayworth High School. Took his high school team to the state championship. Had a couple of games where he scored over 50 points a game for Coach Evie Griffin. Very excited about having Quentin. He was an all-state player. He was in the Phase 7 All-Star game, the Oklahoma-Texas game, and is a strong, very quick guard. We also brought in Travis Timmons, another guard from a very strong program at Mesa Community College. Played for Coach Sam Ballard, one of the better coaches in that conference. I know Travis fairly well because we played against him a couple of years ago when I was at Arizona Western. Very athletic guard, runs a team, gives us some maturity on the floor. We also brought in one player that played for me 2 years ago and kind of reunited with Mateus Oliveda, a 6'10", long, athletic forward, post player. Gives us some shot blocking ability and somebody that can step out and shoot the ball. Gives us a nice complement to the players that we have returning in Coley and King and Big Antonio. We have a couple of freshmen that came in as well. Andres Misters. Andres is from Latvia, about a 6'5" guard, very versatile. Can do some good things on the floor. I mean, creating off the dribble, can create some things for other players. And then we've got kind of a unique situation. We have actually a part-time or a half-time returnee and a new guy as well, in Andres Malahovskis. I hope I said his name all right, but Andres is about 6'9" and 245, 250 pounds. He actually came in January last year and got hurt, and so had a medical red shirt last year, so he will be a freshman this year. And we're expecting big things from him in the future as well.
Well, you look at the schedule, and you're opening the season with 3 Division I exhibition games, first one being BYU. Just talk a little bit about your philosophy going in and scheduling what could be 3 pretty tough games to open competition.
I don't think pretty is the ultimate word. I mean, they're going to be very, very difficult games. But I know my philosophy is kind of the same as it was in junior college. Whenever we used to scrimmage in junior college, we always wanted to scrimmage 4-year schools, guys that were bigger, stronger, more mature, a little bit older, and kind of go in and get humbled a little bit. I think there's a good chance we're going to get humbled quite a bit in this, but it's going to be a great experience for our guys. We get an opportunity to go play at some different places. Play against quality programs. The programs we're playing have very, very good reputations. Brigham Young, for example, they were in the NCAA tournament last year. They're picked at the top of their league this year. Texas El Paso, the coach is Tim Floyd, and Tim coached the Chicago Bulls. He's coached USC. He's coached all around the country and been a National Coach of the Year. Brooks Thompson down at UTSA. We're going to go down and play them again. They've just changed into a new conference. They're in the WAC now, and so their program's getting stronger and stronger. But we wanted to play the best people we could play, and I think we've managed that by getting those 3 games on the schedule.
Now, looking at BYU specifically, the first one out of the gate, you don't necessarily have to give a starting lineup, but what do you look at as kind of a rotation going into that game?
Well, obviously, anytime you start a season, I think you look at your returnees as being kind of the core of your programming. And Chris, Urald, Antonio, Steve, James, those guys, they played for us quite a bit last year. They're the core of our program, so we expect good things from them. We're going to play quite a few guys. I mean, we want to go in and we want to compete. We want to play to the best of our ability. But it's called an exhibition game, but it's also a scrimmage where guys need to get on the floor. So I expect us to play everybody that we're taking. Everybody that's eligible to play will play, and it's not going to be play 5 guys and then take them out after 5 minutes, put 5 more in. But we're going to play everyone we have. And if they're in uniform, they're going to get an opportunity to get out on the floor because we need to see how they're going to do.
Finally, first game out of the gate with BYU, what do you hope to get out of that?
Well, to find out a little bit more about us. We scrimmaged in an inter squad this past Saturday and saw some different things that we haven't seen from some of the other players, and I'm sure we will see some things this Friday night. It's a little bit earlier than maybe we had hoped, that we might have a little bit more in at this time and be a little bit more cohesive as a team. I expect us to be very nervous. I expect us to be pretty wild at times because our guys they've been working hard. They've been giving great effort, and but we're a little wild at times. I mean, if you come and watch us practice, you might want to wear a chest protector and a face mask because the ball's kind of going all over the gym.